What's popping, beautiful generates? Now, it seems like Tomodachi Games is coming to an end, so let's talk about it. Now, I read somewhere on Mao that Tomodachi is ending its serialization, and the last volume will be released, I believe, October, August, somewhere around that time period. And it's gonna be the final chapter. Currently, right now, it's at 155. There was some annoying buzzing going on over here. It's fucking annoying. I'm not sure if it's picking up on the mic, but it's obnoxious. But the final serialization is coming up soon. And so now, let's talk about if it's worth reading. Now, I have caught up where it's at. I am currently where it's at right now. I'm just basically waiting for it to be done. So before I get ahead on that, warning, major fucking warnings. There is going to be a lot of spoilers. If you don't want spoilers and you just want to read it and you want to know, is it worth reading? 100%. It is worth reading. If you like dark psychology, mind manipulation, fucking guilt tripping, reverse manipulation, dark human psychology, a bit of comedy, action, some bit of gore, not excessively, it's worth reading. If you like shit like that, especially if you like psychology, like when fucking with the human mind, when they put it into books and reading it and put it in words, it kind of fucked with your own head a little bit, because then now you're trying to figure out and plot shit together. But and overall, yes, it is worth reading. You should. Fuck, I'm stuttering. Fucking stupid now. It's worth reading. You should go read it before it continues its before it finishes its serialization, so you can get the ending the same time as everyone else, and you don't get spoiled on what happens, because there is going to be a lot of shit that I'm going to talk about in here that is going to be a lot of major spoilers. So there's your warning. Now, if you're new to reading Tomodachi, you have no clue what it is. It's basically a group of friends that got brought into a game. Okay, think of it like Squid Games. Think exactly like Squid Games. But you and your friends have to compete against each other together. Some games are different than most. The first game starts off you versus your friends, and the main rule of the game is to always believe in your friends. That is the primary rule. Is to not abandon friends. Do not to believe in your friends. Have your trust in them 100%, and don't betray your friends. That is basically the main premise of the game. It's friendship. Hence the name Tomodachi, which in Japanese means friend or friendship. But I want to say it means friend or friend. Yeah. So that is basically the premise of the game: is stick close with your friends. Don't abandon them. And having this be a dark psychology anime, there is a lot of friendships splitting that are not staying together, and kind of some friendships that are getting fucked up, and a lot of shit that is fucked up. Especially with, okay, I'm not gonna be able to say names, because you already know me. I'm fucking bird brain. I can't remember the names well. But there's some people in here that have fucked up lives, that are fucking up people's lives. And especially when you find out the original creator of Tomodachi Games, it fucked with my own head a little bit, because I didn't think that would have been the case. I thought someone else made it. But turns out, let me Google his name real quick so I can fucking say that. Alright, so after some Googling, his name is Yorichi. That is the main protagonist, that is the main dude. And he's also the original person who came up with the fundamentals of what the Tomodachi game is. He is basically the creator of Tomodachi games, but he's not the main creator of what the Tomodachi game is now, if that makes sense. So the large organization that plays the Tomodachi game now based the whole idea of this game off of Yorichio's original idea on how the game should be played. And he had the same rules. Do not betray your friends, but also in his own philosophy, money is king, money is everything. It goes money, then friends. But this was his ideal when he was a little shit. But as he is now, his ideology is more of friendship above all. And he has went through the whole game, unbeknownst to fucking everyone, that he believed in one person throughout the whole entire game, which was his last true friend, because everyone else dropped him like a fucking dime after certain events have happened. And that's what we're currently at the end of the manga, with this one person that he put his whole entire trust into to basically win this game But there's also one other thing that they need to find out is that there is still one traitor amongst the friends. And that's what I believe is going to be explained with the next chapter or two. I don't know how many are left. But that is what still needs to be revealed, which is going to be so fucking shocking. Because even through reading it all, they hinted at every single person potentially being the traitor amongst the group. And then everyone else thought it was going to be Yorichi. But at the end of the game, there is still someone within the group who is the traitor that we have no clue what it is. Not even a fucking idea of who it may be. It may be some external fucking person. But as of right now, it is a fucking an enigma. It's unknown. And then we find out what Yorichi's main sin, crime he has committed, which was murder. You find that in the anime. Also, the anime, you should go watch that. It's pretty good. That he has murdered his adopted mother, basically, and his adopted father. His mother teaching him about friendship, but his adopted father teaching him the fundamentals of money and the importance of money, how to make money, how to get money from others, how to steal money from others, kinda, and to stay away from one thing unless you need to, which is fucking gambling, all on black or red, whatever your preference is. But that is one thing he told him to stay away from, unless you need to, which that becomes another arc. We're on the boat, and everything goes to shit, and he takes everyone's money, which that was pretty cool. It was fucking slick as shit. But I think I'm going to give this manga a 10 out of 10. It was really great. I loved reading it. I enjoyed reading it. I was just sad when I caught up to it when I first started reading it, because then I had to wait. I think it's releases monthly. I don't know. It takes fucking forever for a new chapter for a lot of mangas that I read to get released. But we're at that point. And at the moment right now, Yorichi is hanging between the balance. Excuse me. Hanging between the balance of life and death. He got shot and is now in an ER with a surgery. Did he get shot? No, he got shot, yeah. Awaiting surgery to see if he'll live or not. And then maybe the plan's going to unfold a little bit more. There's so much shit that's going on. Oh, yeah. And also, as I said before this whole segment, spoilers, the person that he killed was actually 3 people and not 1 that was stated in the anime. He killed his mother, his father, and the mother was pregnant at the time. So then he technically killed the 3 people, which was his mother's unborn child. Obviously, the baby was in the stomach still. And he knew she was pregnant because that was her final words, I believe, was her saying that she was pregnant with someone's child. And then that also someone, who the father is the head honcho of what the Tomodachi games is now. Now, I'll keep that a secret. If you want to go figure that out, you could go read it. But yeah, there is so much fuckery within this manga that it puts your brain into a spiral on you trying to become a fucking detective to figure out some shit. And it's really fun to read. Yeah, so I don't want to go into too much of spoilers on it, even though I gave away a big ass fucking probably the biggest spoiler they could give within this manga, which is the death of the baby. Because those are the 3 great sins that he committed that they needed to figure out for the last question. I think it was someone had to figure out what his sin was, and someone only got 2 of them because they couldn't get the last one because they didn't know the bitch was pregnant. Only he did. Well, and the mother, obviously. But by any means necessary, Yorichi would use friends, family, whatever family he had left, money, knowledge, gambling, strangers, anyone that put his trust into him, anyone who didn't put his trust into him. He found a way to use people in the most efficient way for him possible. From collapsing a whole economy on a ship and gambling, from hunting people who don't even know the location of where you're at, from being in a cabin in the middle of a fucking forest trying to figure out basically, how would I explain this? Find the one odd person out within this cabin and they're it, basically. I'm saying basically a lot, that's not good. And then what was the other one? And then you have the ones from the beginning anime where they were the fake Tomodachi people that were targeted him, and they played a fucking basically a knife game with their hands, and he fucking doubled down like, bet, let's fucking play. And another one became a bitch and just didn't do it correctly. And he actually returns later on within the manga, and then becomes an ally to Yoriichiro. Yoriichi. I'm saying the fucking name wrong. But always near the end, there's people who started doubting him and just weren't grasping the full plan that he was trying to make out. But near the end of it, it all started working out for the better. Even though he may be dead, which fucking sucks. He was a good character. But surprisingly, I have no fucking... Do I have anything Tomodachi in my fucking collections? Or in this wall? I don't think I do. I would have thought I did. But everything changes as each fucking game progresses. Friendship shatters. More enemies made. More allies made. And there's a new dude. He's a little scrawny shit. A little short one. And he becomes the one who tends to believe him the most. Out of all his friends that he had over the years, this one stranger who he kicked his ass when they first meet him, not really, he was the one in the manga, not the manga, in the anime, when they were in the forest and they had to find the one who was playing. It was basically a large game of hide and seek. And he was the true captain while he was pulling the strings behind it like a puppeteer. He became probably the greatest asset or ally to Tomodachi. While everyone's doubting him from his friends, this little short shit, I think his name is not on here. He was the one that has the most trust in him, even though being an outsider. So, to answer your question once again, is this worth reading? Yes, it is worth reading. I'm gonna stop giving spoilers. If you want to read it, go read it. I 100% recommend it. Great manga. Great story. Even though some people, I read some of the comments, some dudes are like, it's a slow pace, they're like robots or some shit. Not really. It's a great story. Pace could have been a little bit faster. It kind of seemed a little bit dragged out on some points. But it was still overall a good premise of a story. And it also decides on how they ended off at. It would depend if it's going to be a good manga or a great manga. So, with that said, like always, stay cultured, have fun, and I'll see you very soon once again, because I got to do an update on the anime workout shit, which fucking sucks. My body hurts still. But like always, stay cultured, have fun, and I'll see you very soon.